hip-hop band, AYoinmotion hosted Jamming for Our Girls, a benefit and awareness show to spread and inform perspective of the social media campaign Bring Back Our Girls.
I put together Jamming for Our Girls because I thought it was really very important to have the kind of event where we raise awareness and beyond just hashtags and retweets, which is really good and is important, but something that we feel like we can actually make some direct change. So what I decided to do was bring 3 nonprofit organizations together and who are working with local, native, and immigrant girls who are pursuing an education. And so those 3 organizations, Baobab, Awomi, and South Yetu, I did a fundraiser so we could send some money to support the cause of what they're doing. I also brought together artists such as myself to be able to pretty much jam for our girls, like the title says. Make some noise and just send some good vibes and energy to let them know that we're here with them and we're not going to stop till our girls actually come back.
Headlining the show were AYoinmotion, Rafia, Omna Hegazi, Nathan James, and L. Winston. We asked the performers what were the initial reaction having heard the news.
It was surreal. For me, it was just like, how can this happen? It's unimaginable that something like that can happen. And, you know, the silence of the government and, you know, just imagining what they're going through, it's unthinkable.
It's pain. You know, I was so sad for them. I was angry that we live in a world still where a young girl can't go to school without being in danger of her life, without being in danger of being sexually violated, physically abused. And so I felt all of that. And it really also, though, made me happy that so many people in the world really poured out their concern and their rage about what was happening. And I think that's kind of why we're here tonight, to continue that expression.
And it's not because I'm crazy. I just made a decision a long time ago that any living being approaching you as anything less than royalty will cause this lion to bite before bitches get a chance to roar. And I wish I had the patience. Wish I had what it takes to live according to what cowards consider to be rational. But I come from a line of warriors that taught me that this life is not worth living unless there is someone that you are willing to kill or die for.
As an American and sitting here, like, I'm appalled. The first time that I hear about this is on Facebook. And I went through it, like, a lot of different things, between being disgusted by what's going on, but also asking myself at the same time, like, why am I finding this out on Facebook? So it angered me and it enraged me. And that's how I felt the first time I saw it. I wrote a fine line between being angry that it happened and being angry about the way that I found out about it. Because if it was just 4 British girls, or if it was just 4 American white girls, they would have sent, like, SWAT teams, the United Nations would have sent armies, we would have had platoons and legions, like, looking for these women. But because it's like hundreds of African black girls, I got to find out on social media. So it angered me. It angered me deeply about the way that I found out and about the fact that it happened.
You have to understand, I grew up in military dictatorship, and so my initial reaction is, it was kind of like, when is this going to stop? You know, it's like Boko Haram has been an issue for a while, and I just felt like I was a little bit cynical, feeling like, you know what, I didn't really trust the government to do something significant to get back our girls. But my heart was really heavy. I felt really sad because I'm just like, 234 girls being abducted, that's their families, that's girls with a future. We don't know where they're going, where they've gone. So I contemplated for a while, and then I proceeded to act.
The performance had an overall message to not only the Nigerian government, but to humanity in whole.
Really, wherever you're from, what happens in a part of the world, what happened in Nigeria, affects all of us. It doesn't matter whether you're African, whether you're European, or wherever you are, because we're all connected, we're one. So we're all touched by what happened to the girls in Nigeria.
One of the most persistent things in our world is violence and discrimination against women. And I think that one of the ways that we combat that is being partners with men who also speak out about what's happening. So if I can say anything, I would say, women, continue your journey, continue your struggle. And I would say, men, join us, and let's Let's stop this together.
The first thing is you read the Quran that God supposedly said to Muhammad, the prophet, was to read. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So Boko Haram aren't Muslims, they're cowards. Cover your face before it poisons all our souls. Cover your mouth before it tells us something we don't know. Cover your body before your skin incinerates. The will of wicked men who just might lose their faith. Our heads are full of color and sound. So why is it that we should hide? Whoever gave you the right to step on our pride? What if we stood up right now, just spoke out and sung our love? What if we all danced with joy for what we are? Would it annoy? What if we took back our place in this dying human race? What if we stood side by side and changed the world with all our grace?
Fatima Sisse, Sahara TV.
Grace.